Hi, today I will be making a distance detection device on Tinkercad. And this project is to demonstrate a device that uses ultrasonic sensors, buzzer, and RGB LED to indicate the distance. So if the distance is too far, the buzzer will be off and the RGB LED will show green to indicate that the distance is in a normal state. And if the distance is partially or half near, the buzzer will make a low tone sound and the RGB LED will light up yellow. If it is too near or very near, the buzzer will make a high pitched sound and the RGB LED will light up as red. And for the prototype, first we need to connect the ultrasonic sensors. So first we need to connect the ultrasonic sensors VCC pin to the 5V, the ground to the ground, and connects the trigger pin and the echo pins to the digital pin on the Arduino Uno. Here the trigger pin will be 2, the echo pin will be 3. For the buzzer, connects the negative to the ground and the positive to the digital pin on the Arduino Uno. Here is connected to digital pin 4. And the RGB LEDs, we have to connect the cathode, which is the negative, to the ground and connects the red to the digital pin also. 5 is connected to the red, the blue are connected to the 6, green is connected to the 7. Okay, for the coding, first we need to constantly define the trigger pin and the echo pin of the ultrasonic sensors, the red pins for the RGB LED, also the green and blue pin, which you guys can see here, and also the buzzer pin. First, here on the setup sections, we need to set the trigger pin of the ultrasonic sensors as output, so it will send out an ultrasonic sounds, and also for the echo pins as input, so it will receive the bounce back of the ultrasonics sound wave. And here the pin mode, so for here is to set the red, green, and blue pin as the output for the RGB LED, and also set the buzzer pin as output. And this serial begins is to start the serial monitor. Loop sections here, we need to put long duration and integer distance. And here is to clear the ultrasonic sensors trigger pin. So first we need to ensure it was in low state. Next is to add a 2 microseconds delay, and followed by that is to set the trigger pin as high, so it will send out an ultrasonic sound waves, and followed by 10 microseconds delay, and the trigger pin will be set to low, which is turned off. And here we need to put duration equals to the pulse in of the echo pin set as high. So here the echo pin will be turned on and receive back the ultrasonic sounds, and the distance is equals to durations divide 0.034 times 2. So this is the equation needed for the distance for an accurate distance. And for here, the logic for both the LED and buzzer is that if the distance is over 100, as you can see here, the first if statement, which is a normal state, the color of the RGB LED will light up as green. So here's the RGB code for the green colors. Okay, and also to set the buzzer as no tone, which is it will not be making any sounds. And else if the distance is less than 100 and the distance is more than 50, which is in a slightly near state, the RGB LED will be lights up as yellow. So here is the RGB code for yellow, which is here, and it will make the RGB LED to sound a low tone. And the else statement here, if it's too near, the color will light up as red. So here's the RGB code for red, and if the buzzer tone will sound a bit more aggressively. So here is to sound 1500 Hertz and followed by delay 100 milliseconds. Here is the handler to handle the RGB LEDs. So here we need to set specific sections for it. We need to put set color in integer, the red value, the green, and also the blue value. And we need to analog write the red pin. So for here we need to set up the PWM handler for the RGB LED. Here is to set the color, integer the red value, integer the green value, also for the blue value, and it will analog write the red pin as red value, green pin as green value, also the blue pin as blue value. So it will simulate analog output for the PWM on the RGB LED. So this is how it works, and let's start the simulation. So here I'm over 100 cm distance. It will not make any sounds, and the LED shows up green. If I am going near than 100, okay, it will starting to make sounds, but it will not sound very aggressively. Okay, and the RGB LED will light up yellow. If I go below 50, which is very near here, okay, the RGB LED will light up as red color. That the buzzer will make a very aggressive high frequency sounds. Yeah, so this is how everything works.